What's up, everybody, all my fragrance lovers and just whoever is tuning in right now. I want to thank y'all for being here. Welcome to Whoa Fragrances uh, and another fragrance review. If you've seen by the thumbnail, you already know what this is about. But before we get into all that, I just want to say it is February. It is a beautiful day. Happy Black History Month to everybody. As you see, I'm representing for the, African American College Alliance and all that good stuff. Hey, we got to do more of that. Shout out to the NBA for what they did on yesterday, showing, showcasing some of the HBCU talent and everything with the basketball game. But anyway, we're going to jump right into what we're here for. Now, if you live in the South, as I do, I live here in Atlanta, then you know that the weather is bipolar than a mug. Right now, you're transitioning from basically wintertime going into the spring season. Hold on, yeah, this kind of seems like it may be a little, maybe not, but anyway, like I said, we in that transitioning period where you have very cold mornings leading into kind of hot afternoons, going back into pretty chill nights. So it's kind of all over the place. So you need something that's going to be able to handle all those different seasons that comes in one day. And I got it for you right here. I have I got my top 10. Some are some nice cheapies that are very affordable. Some designer, kind of in the middle of the road. But all are great for this segment. I have like one niche fragrance in here, but we're gonna get to all that. We're just gonna jump right in without any further ado. So this video won't be too long. First and foremost on the list, we have one from a house that makes no mistakes, and that's Salvatore Ferragamo. And the fragrance we have here is Aqua Essential Blue. Now, I'm not going to drop notes for all these because the video would be taking forever, but this is one of those that is a gem, cheapy gem that you could find in any of the rack stores, whether it be TJ Maxx, Ross, Burlington. It's the luck of the draw sometimes if you find it. But you can go to some of these discount websites such as Fragrance Net or Fragrance X, and you can get this for a very nice price. Shouldn't be any more than $40 or so for this size. This is a full 3.4 ounce, but if you can get smaller than that, then go for it. But anyway, this right here is one of those. It's a blue fragrance, but you look at it and you think aqua blue, that it's going to be pure citrus and some C notes and all that. No, that's not what this is. This is a monster. It's packed with everything. You know what I'm saying? This guy give you the sweetness up top, the bergamot, the cardamom. In the middle, you have some lavender. Settle down with some ambroxan, benzoin, maybe vanilla, something like that. This is packed. It has everything you need when it's cold, and when that heat hits, it amps it back up to give you that citrus and cardamom boost and everything. You can't go wrong. And I will say that longevity is pretty good on here, at least 6 to 7 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's not a beast, but it works. And staying in that same realm, this right here may be the best bang for your buck on the list that I have today. And that is from the Clone House Armoff. This is Hunter Intense. It's also could be considered a blue fragrance. This right here, man, I just got to say, this is basically if Savage and YSLY EDT had a baby. Not the eau de parfum, but the EDT had a baby. This thing right here has the sweetness up top with the citruses and the lavender. It has a red pepper in there that gives it that Savage feel. It also has the ambroxan and the settle down on this. I think there's some tonka, something like that. But anyway, this thing right here, man, I can't. It may be pretty synthetic. It smells pretty synthetic, but it works. Nice atomize on this thing and everything. It it works, and I say this thing gets you 8 to 10 hours on longevity. That ain't lying. For you can get this. Go to Fragrance Buy CA, and I think you can get this for like $27 if they haven't hyped it up and where it's costing. It ain't gonna be no more than 30 some dollars. This is definitely bang for your buck. All right, And switch this around. Now, next on the list, number 3 coming up is another one you can't go wrong. We have Mont Blanc. If you're familiar with Abercrombie and Finch Fierce, then you are similar, kind of get this DNA, because Mont Blanc Legend was the first one that, it's kind of cloned after maybe Fierce, but this is the Eau de Parfum version, which adds to that. You still get that nice woody citrus up top with that um, bergamot up top. The bergamot and the jasmine in this gives it just enough sweetness for that coldness in the beginning of the day, wintertime. But that, man, that violet leaf and woodsy notes, there's some sandalwood got to be in here, gives it that creaminess. When it cools down or towards the evening time or whatever, this thing works. Now, longevity, you may have to spray it again, 6-7 hours tops. Even with it being the EDP, it may last longer on some people, depends on your skin. But I'm telling you, this is a great buy. Like you see, this is a smaller size, like 1.7 or 2 ounce. You can get that. You don't have to get the big bottle. If you get this size right here, you're gonna be around 35 to, in the 40s for this bottle, which is a great price for it. Now, kind of was debating in between these two for this spot right here, but this right here coming in at number 4, man, this is one of my favorite actually on the list. Now, this has been hyped up, so I would say normally you should be able to get this for around $30 or something, but a little bit of hype now, maybe pushing 59 discounters, but it's worth it. It's Paco Rabanne's Ultra Red Man. And I love the bottle. I love the sprayer on this. You just squeeze it and it goes. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the unique fragrances out there right now. The reason why this has gotten hyped up and may cost more now is because it smells so much like a niche fragrance that has been discontinued from the Terry Mugler line, which was Ultra Zest. This thing has blood orange in the top. That blood orange note is so distinctive, mixed with the sweetness that it has of pralines, tonka, and vanilla. You see why it works with the winter fragrances, and that patchouli and that blood orange just gives it that spiciness that when the heat kicks it, it amps it back up, and it just has that sparkliness that works in the heat also. So this is kind of to me a year-round fragrance. Next up that we have at number okay, I said that was number 4, but actually that was you got 10, 9, 8, 7. This is number 6 coming in from the Halloween Man X, Halloween line, whatever it is. This right here may be the most slept on fragrance in here or whatever. Now, people in the fragrance world know about this one, but you've never heard of it, get your nose on this. This has a mixture of, again, a little bit of citruses in the top, the sweetness of cardamom, along with lavender notes, as well as, it says coffee, but it's probably more of a cappuccino type feel in there. It has a booziness from a whiskey note. And then in the settle down, again, you have the sweetness from tonka. And man, it's just jam packed. It's just jam packed with goodness. It has a little bit of spiciness with some cinnamon. It works. It works in the wintertime. And like I said, in this transition from winter to spring, it works. This is one of those almost could be in a anytime fragrances, but the heat may, if you put too much on it, can be a little cloying. So I would go gentle on it if it's going to get too hot during the day, but definitely worth giving a shot. This is another one that's not going to break the bank. You know what I'm saying? You go look to your fragrance discounters, you should be able to get that for a pretty good price. All right, and going to the halfway mark, bringing us in, we have one of my, I've probably said this about a few of them, but this is one of my favorites on here. John Varvatos makes some great fragrances, and he didn't stop with this one right here. This is John Varvatos XX, either XX Black. XX actually stands for 20. It came out in 2020. But this fragrance is so smooth, sophisticated. It's great with that apple note up top. apple and what else is it? It's not cardamom. It's I'm drawing a blank, but this is a great fragrance. Like it gives you some aromatic, it gives you a freshness in the top, a little bit spicy, but compliment magnet. A lot of these garner compliments. Like this ultra red is going to get you compliments. All this gets you compliments. This one right here is definitely one of those that caters to the masses. Like a designer fragrance that mass appealing. That's the word I'm looking for. It's mass appealing. Can't go wrong with it. It's a dumb reach, as they say. It's going to smell good. All right, coming in at number 4, one that was really hated on when it first came out, that it has grown on people, that it cannot be denied at this point, and that is Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy. This right here, with that opening of the bergamot and the amber in here, the vanilla, the cappuccino-ish smell and everything, it is perfectly blended. And this also has some flankers that could have very well made this list. Cobalt wouldn't really work in the winter. It's more of a spring summer fragrance. And I guess it's called Lay Parfum. It has grown on me. It's the one with the cannabis note. I first smelled it at Macy's. I wasn't really feeling it, but now I have a decant of it, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? When I spray that on, it's a good fragrance, a very good fragrance. Again, this is designer. Even if you go to a discounter, I think they have smaller versions than this, but you're gonna be paying upwards of $60 to $80 probably for this. But hey, go check it out. It is worth it. All right, now the first niche fragrance that we have on this list that just it works though. I had to throw it in here. I know if you can get your coins together and go ahead and jump out on it, then I would say try it. And that is none other than Mancera Instant Crush. This right here, nigga, this right here with the opening of the citruses, the mandarin, the ginger, it has a sparkling. So now, this is compared. I'm gonna let you know right now why this is a banger. If you are familiar with Baccarat Rouge 540, if you've smelled anybody walking by you with that expensive thing on, then you know that shit hits hard. This right here is that DNA. Imagine Baccarat Rouge 540, but with an opening of a sparkling citrus note that can be, worn. This is a year-round fragrance. Spring, you could get away with it in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Just don't spray heavy. But yeah, the sweetness of it, that saffron, just like Baccarat Rouge, the muskiness in the base, the amber, all of that is just so well blended. This is a fragrance that garners compliments once again. You sometimes can't smell it, like you can go nose blind to it, but it leaves you with that sillage, the scent trail, where when you walk by somebody, be like, hold up, what's that? What you got on? Deliciousness. That's what I got on, deliciousness. All right. Now, the last two. This could be basically looked at as which one comes first, the chicken or the egg type situation, because these two are from the same house, same brand, all that stuff. But I put this one at number 2. This is the YSL Le Parfum. It is geniusness in the bottle with both of these, because I might as well just say, because the number 1 is the Eau de Parfum from Y. And what distinguishes these two is the fact that this one is a more sophisticated, kind of darker take on that, great for date night. But that apple in the top still allows you to be able to kind of get away with this in springtime. Could be considered anytime fragrance, but what sets it apart, this one has some aldehydes as well as patchouli in it. It kind of gives it more of an earthiness, kind of more of a creaminess that, takes it down a notch from just a clubbing almost type fragrance as Y is. So yeah, this is more, you throwing a suit or something, but you can get away with wearing it to work or something like that. So like I said, the number 1, of course, is Y Eau de Parfum. And the reason is that apple and bergamot just last through this. It just gives you a scent that you can distinguish from anything else. You know someone has on Y EDP when you smell it. It has that woodiness, there's the clary sage, just everything blended perfectly. You can't go wrong with this. Like I said, these have dropped in price right now, but yeah, even this bottle right here, this is a 2 ounce. This is at least 85. So you got to pay to play, but you're going to smell damn good. So, like I said, these was my top 10 picks for the transitioning period from winter to spring. Hope y'all enjoyed this. If you got any questions, comments, please ask away. If you know anybody that may be interested in this type of content or these fragrances, please share. Go subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. And also take a minute and go check out my new podcast with my homie, Two Fools on a Pod. It's your boy, Mr. Foolish, along with Killer Cowboy. We talk about any and everything that you can think of. Or if you give us a topic, we'll talk about that too. But yeah, again, thank y'all for watching. Deuces.